to another weekly vlog. So I've got a couple of projects that I want to work on this week. So I am going to, I think the first thing I'm going to do is start painting another pine, what do you call it, another pine painting, so an acrylic pine painting on these ones. So it's going to match this one, so I want the same sort of tone and structure, I guess, just so they match together. So that's going to be on the agenda for today. I still need to take some photos of my hammerhead bat, so I'm going to do this at some point during this week so I can put it up on my Patreon. And then yeah, I'm really excited to see what the pictures are going to look like, because you never know what it looks like, if something's photogenic or not. And the proboscis monkey, I thought was kind of photogenic as well, but there's other ones that I just really struggle to take photos of because I just don't like the way that they've turned out. But I really struggled taking some photos of the last shoe bill. So hopefully this shoe bill this time will be more photogenic and more cooperative. So speaking of shoe bill, I'm going to be working on sculpting the rest of the shoe bill this week as well. So I'm pretty much finished with the top of it. There's obviously a few things to add here and there, but I'm going to be working on the lower jaw as well, because I need to make it a bit bigger and bring it out a bit more down here, so it needs to be thicker. But this was just like a solid foundation for me to work on, and I need to put all of like the detailing in there, so like the little flappy thing that's in there. And then once that lower jaw is done, I can start what do you call it, working on the face as well. So that's going to be interesting to see what it looks like this time, because the last two were different from what I sculpted before, so they look different, which is what I want. I don't want them to look the same. And I guess you get different things with hand sculpting as well, so they always turn out different. I can also start painting up the orange Siberian tiger, so I'll do a sculpting video on it soon. But I can start painting all like the mouth bits and around the eyes and the nose bit, so that will start looking pretty cool when it starts coming to life, and also the ears as well. So trying to work out a structure for the posability and how well they're going to pose. Hopefully it's not too complicated. And also start sculpting the second tiger, the white tiger with the movable jaw. So that's pretty much the sculpting for this week, and I'd like to do a couple more paintings. So I want to do a red sunset painting for my little sunset pad, and then I'll have, after this one, I'll have 3 more to go, so it'll be 2 red ones and 2 other ones. I haven't decided on the color theme for that. So in that pad there's like 2 paintings that go with each other, and yeah, so that's pretty much what's on the agenda. I have a box of art supplies to unbox, so thinking of making a video on that. I guess it'd be like a relaxing unboxing one. And yeah, that's the plan for this week. I've been working on the commission for it and sculpting the beak. So the beak's pretty much done. I just freshly baked it this morning, the lower half. So I added all the detailing to the inside of the mouth. So like all the little details here of the tongue bit and the little dangly thing that's in there. And so that's ready to be painted and stuff. I've left it quite rough because their beaks are quite rough as well. So I don't know if you can quite see the texture. So I've left it quite rough. And then I'll probably just go over it when I paint it. I'll go over it with some white to pick up those textures, and same on the outside too. So their beaks are really rough, and they've got like I guess like scaling or like stuff on it that's peeling off. So same sort of deal with the top bill as well. I've left that quite rough too, so hopefully the white will pick up on it when I go to paint things. It's turning out okay. The bill looks different again from the first two, which is what I want, because not all of the shoe bills are the same, and I want everyone to have like their own little personality with their dolls. So I'll probably add a little bit more clay here just to make it a bit sharper and everything. But that is the first sort of major step in the shoe bill. And then again with the movable jaw. So the next step is doing the armature for the legs, which shouldn't take too long, and I'll have to do the cast clay sculpting. So that'll take a little while, I think, because the cast clay is just a nightmare. And yeah, and then I can in the meantime start sculpting the face, which will be interesting to see how it turns out. So I'm doing some bluish eyes for this one, and kind of just again want to make its own little personality. So I'll experiment with some different reference images, and yeah, I mean everything will turn out different anyway because it's a different sculpt, like it's not a cast, so it will have its own sort of personality in the way things turn out. But yes, that's what we have so far. And I'll probably work on that today at some point. I put my hammerhead bat in my Patreon shop section, so patrons have access to it now. So if you want to purchase it, like worried you're going to miss out on it, any tier on my Patreon can access it. So head over there, link is in the description if you're interested in grabbing that hammerhead bat. But I'm putting a poll up as well, so my patrons can vote for the next doll that I make after the tigers. So I have a good little selection of things up there, including leopard seal, cassowary, Tibetan sand fox, giant anteater. What else have I got up there? A wolverine, a secretary bird, and a star-nosed mole. I think that was everything. So a couple of different things to pick from. I picked a couple out, like a handful of animals that I've got in my huge list of things that I want to do. So I picked a handful of them and thought a poll would be cool. But I thought maybe I'll just get some images from Google so everyone knows what I'm talking about, because not everyone knows what type of animals are what. So I can't just assume everybody knows what I'm talking about. And yeah, so that'll be a poll over there, and it'll be kind of cool to see what happens. And yeah, just doing some more pine paintings, because I want to do like that pine painting little collection soon. So I'm doing 2 more of these A5 sizes on the handmade paper, and I'm going to do 2 landscape versions. So there's 2 portrait versions, and I'll do them a little bit different from what I've done. And I'd probably like to do some A4 ones as well, so we'll see what that looks like. I've got heaps of A4 paper, but it's mostly watercolor paper, but I think it would look good. It's the same sort of handmade paper like this. So I'm gonna do some painting, I guess, for the pine things, and these ones don't take very long, which is cool. And so I'll have 2 more paintings for that. I've got 2 A3 paintings, so I think I'm just going to leave it at 2 for now. And yeah, so that's the plan. So a couple of things to do, but yeah, lots of mixture of things, and that's all I can think of. So yeah, I'll catch up with you a little later on in the video. Hi guys, gonna end the vlog for this week. I got a fair bit done. I did a lot of work on the shoe bill head, so I guess I'll start with that. So I finished sculpting the actual head itself, which turned out a little different from the first two, which is what I wanted, but this is what we have. Different little look in its eyes, different shaped head, so pretty glad. I haven't done the movable ball joint yet, but I'll be doing that. So if you want to know how I do the movable jaw, then I have a tutorial in my shop if you're interested in learning how I do that. And yeah, so it should be ready to start putting together. So the head's done and I'll just need to paint it. I'll paint the inside first before I go and put that ball joint in, just because I want to get in there with the brush and get all that paint ready. So kind of excited to put it together and see what it looks like when it's a doll, fully a doll. So yeah, looking pretty good, pretty happy with the way it's turning out. And yeah, so it'll be fun. I always enjoy painting those. I've also got the feet ready to sculpt with cosplay, which is a shame. Yeah, so I will be sculpting a cosplay feet again, which is always not fun, but that's the way it goes. So that's kind of it for the shoe bill for now. I haven't done much work on the tiger just because I wanted to get the shoe bill kind of ready to go, but still looking the same. I'm kind of tossing up between using these ears or doing fabric ears. I'm not quite sure just yet, but I'll see how it turns out, and if I don't like it, I'll do something else. Painting wise, I did another watercolor sunset for the sunset book. So that's this one. These two are going to be red sunset, so the next one's going to be red sunset as well. I just have to decide how I want to do the sunset, but it kind of went for a, kind of turned out like an Australian outback type sunset, which is fine. And yeah, so I'll have to do the second red one, and these will be available on my Patreon, free printables. I also did some painting, a fair bit of painting. I also did a fair bit of painting as well. I'm not sure. I've showed you that one. I haven't shown those two. So I did 2 more. Cat's running around. I did 2 more horizontal pine paintings this time. So all of these A5 pine paintings done, but these are the second 2 that are horizontal. So they will be available. I have to take some photos and stuff and scan them. But these 2, yes, will be available in the pine collection. I'm also doing some A4 ones on this recycled paper. So it's like a recycled brown paper, which is quite nice because it's got, don't know if you can tell in there, but it's got like bits of recycled stuff in it, which is what I like. I like the look of handmade things and recycled. So I sort of just had a go at some pine ones. So this is the first one that I've done. I haven't done any more, but I got some paper that's ready to go. So they'll also be available in my shop. So a nice little sunny pine thing. So it's coming along. I think I've almost kind of finished the pine collection. I don't want to do too much just because I get a bit overboard with it. But yeah, I'll do a couple more A4s, I think. So there's 2 A3s, there's 4 A5s, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do 2 or 4 A4s, but we'll see. And yeah, I'm thinking of doing some stickers as well, so it'd be a nice little pine collection. And yeah, so I'll probably have that up maybe next week or the week after, just depends. Probably the week after, just depends what I can get done and tested, because I got to test some stickers. And yeah, so I have the hammerhead bat going up on Friday. It's currently available to my Patreons, or to my patrons, and then it'll be going into my shop on Friday, so keep an eye out for that. And the video will go up on Friday as well. And that's about it for me today. Got a whole heap of things that I want to do next week, but I'll go into that detail in my next vlog. But for now, thanks for watching. I did a little poll over my Patreon. It's open to everyone, but it's on my Patreon to vote for the next doll that I'm going to make, which I said before, I think. But so far, the cassowary is winning, so that's kind of exciting. I don't know which one I was rooting for, but yeah, cassowary is winning at the moment, and maybe that'll be the next doll after these ones. But I might do that as a regular thing, because it seems that lots of people like to engage in that, so that's good. And yeah, so that's about it. So head over to my Patreon if you want to see that. Link is in the description. And you can check me out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Creatures of Nat, and my shop, creaturesnat.com. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!